Welcome to Air Quality's podcast. The martini is already doing me.
The martinis are flowing. I'm Javelle.
I'm Abby.
And we're going to dish to you some hot gossip. We're going to talk about some astrology. We came up with a new segment we want to talk about.
Today.
We put out a question and a lot of you answered. I'm really excited to talk about that.
Air It Out is going to be the question.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for this, but this is Air
Got
Quality's
some stories.
podcast,
Yeah.
and we are adding Serve It Up.
You notice we don't have headphones. We won't talk about why. Maybe
we don't.
We will.
We won't talk about why.
So if it sounds a little weird, it's because we can't hear ourselves.
Yeah. Can't hear, but I can hear Javelle, so that's all that matters.
True. I think it's better this way. You can.
Yeah. Free the ears.
True. Let it ring. Let the freedom
Let
ring.
freedom ring, and we'll see how this
goodness.
goes. I gotta get ready for this one. It's been a heck of a 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
It has.
From Texas to Mother's Day to the NRA in town.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the gun-toting. We're talking about the food-eating people.
Click, clack, pow, pow, but we're talking about the National Restaurant Association. They
Yes,
were
the
in
young
town
people.
for 4 days.
4 days.
Saturday till today. I don't know if it's still going on today, but they're in town till today. I think most of them leave today.
Some of them, I think we're talking about like being excited of having a free day in Chicago, and so some of their flights are later.
Oh, nice.
You know, get a few more restaurants in there, a few more experiences.
That is true.
Check out the scene.
Business was booming.
Business was
all weekend.
popping.
My
body hurts.
Couldn't avoid it. Honestly, Sunday, just jumping to Sunday. Saturday was busy all day, but Sunday it started off so mellow and cool. I was like, what is going on? And then everyone showed up at the same exact time.
I think it was the restaurant depot was let out, and
yeah, the floodgates just flooded.
Oh, we were drowning.
It was nice, but it was a lot.
It was a lot. I was in the one of the events. It was supposed to be 900 people and 1,000 showed up, so that was really fun.
There you go.
Yeah, it was. They know their cocktails too. Let me tell you what. Supposed to be 600.
Yeah, the BEO said 600.
Definitely 900 at least. There was a lot of people there. It was nice weather, so a lot of people were enjoying outside Chicago. Chicago is so beautiful once the weather really cooperates, but you never know. It's the Midwest.
Oh, she's been unpredictable. Also, Beyonce happens.
Oh my God!
Carter.
Okay. What's in the air this week? Tell me about the tour.
Let's hear it. Okay,
yes,
so Blue did amazing. She was great. She was. I swear she was in. I want to say 50% of the whole concert.
Blue what?
Yeah, she
as
was
an
there. As a dancer.
As 13 years old. Wow.
Yeah, she was hitting it. I was like, go Blue, go.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can say anything about her now. She's so professional.
Her paycheck is much bigger than yours now.
Hello. And then there was like a moment where she got her hair caught in her mother's earring.
I saw that.
I didn't catch it, and I was there.
Well, you
literally
were
staring at Blue, and I was like, I didn't miss it.
Opera goggles.
No, they show it on the screen, but yeah, it's on the big screen. But I was like, how did I miss that? But she was so professional. Yeah, she like took their earring out, and her mother turned around to make sure she was okay, and she like the earrings right there on the ground, and then they kept going with the show. It was funny. It was like the other turned around to make sure Blue's okay, but she wasn't sure what happened, but. They figured it out. Yeah.
You never know with live events. I also saw the video. It was something maybe Beyonce's spot wasn't lit, and it was the segment with the robotic arms.
Oh yeah, where she thought she was gonna get hit. Yeah, that's scary because those arms flip around and turn and go up and.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Screw the 100 Men and the Gorilla Challenge. I don't want to go against no robotic arms.
Yeah. Insane.
How do you beat robots? Why did I say robots? Such
what
a
are robots?
Robots.
Robots. I'm dead.
I'm not going to fight a robot.
But yeah, that started off a busy weekend and the NRA thing, and it's just been go, go, go.
Yeah, and it's not going to stop. I was looking at my schedule. For me personally, this is my day off. I have a friend flying into town. I have recording tonight. And then literally I don't have a day off. You're taking my shift on Saturday?
We're switching.
Switching, yes. Yeah,
I ain't taking nothing.
Yeah.
I'll switch, but I ain't taking nothing.
My what's in the air this week is I'm going to go see AC/DC. Ow! Oh, baby, I'm so excited. I never thought I would ever be able to see them. I feel like that's
really?
always a very expensive concert. No, that was Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, and now AC/DC. Let's go.
There you go.
I'm so very excited.
Sorry about your concert getting canceled.
Oh, thank you. No, I called the venue, and I never got an email, which I thought was really strange. They did cancel less than 24 hours in advance, and they said they are postponing. It's not canceled.
Okay,
so
that's good.
I had to do some magic finagling with Expedia because I bought this hotel room and it was less than 24 hours, but I have the insurance, and so I had to move it to another day. I paid a little bit extra because like that day the pricing was different, but it wasn't much. And so I was able to kind of keep my room alive in the future. And I don't know when they're rescheduling it for, but whenever they do, I can then move that room to that date.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
But
for that reservation,
yes.
It won't be the same room probably.
No, I don't care. It's just like a day room. It is what it is.
Funny.
But it's really close to the venue, so that's all that really mattered to me because I want to get in line. I want to get a very close.
Right in front, yeah.
I have to be. I'm 5'2". I want to see. There's always tall guys and ladies at concerts, and I can't just grab my tall friend buddy to let me use his shoulders.
I think sometimes that could be a little much too.
True.
Because then you're blocking everybody else. And I understand that there are shorter people, but putting somebody on your shoulders just makes it even beyond being too tall. Like there's being too tall and then there's beyond. And I feel like the shoulder thing is a little beyond, especially depending on how tall your friend is.
Yes. We've only done it was Jeremy, actually. We went to his wedding last year, beautiful wedding in San Diego. And it was at Rothbury, the last Rothbury. And it was outside. It was String Cheese Incident. That's one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to because it was so big, it was so vast. People were very respective of space, so I was able to hippie dance and have a good time, but at some points he did put me on his shoulders for not long periods of time. He is very strong. He could have definitely gone the distance, but that's the only time that's ever happened. Indoors, I have weird feelings about that.
You get it?
Yeah. But anyway, do you have another what's in the air this week?
We already talked about the Diddy trial. It's just getting more juicier and juicier as more people take the stand.
Yes.
And
how it's feeling dirty the way that the defense is trying to come out because they're now trying to question Cassie's memory and how much of a willing participant she is, and the text messages are something.
Yeah, but they have the video and stuff like that, so it's not. It can't be
all that matters.
But they'll try to, say that was something else too, so.
It's physical evidence of him being abusive. You can have a loving relationship 1,000
but that's their
times
job, though. They're
out of
supposed to try to
999.
deteriorate the video to make it seem like.
She's not fighting back in that video. She's in the fetal position.
I understand what you're saying, but he paid these people to defend him, so this is what they have to do.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I can't imagine
being the lawyer,
being a defense lawyer for things like that.
Imagine being a defense lawyer for OJ.
Actually, I found out a fun fact. My mother's cousin played for the Cardinals back in the day, and he has a Wikipedia page, and he was retired in the NFL when he got hit by OJ. It's in the Wikipedia page.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird?
That's insane.
Yeah. So I've got a 3 degrees separation to OJ. But yeah.
What about you?
Me for this week, a lot of work. Looking into this thing called Amazon Vine. I usually like to, when I was in Michigan, I would try to support local business as much as possible. But in this moment right now, I technically kind of have 3 jobs. I'm a bartender, I have the podcast, I'm recording an album, things are hard. And so I order a lot of things through Amazon. And so then I did some research, and certain products have these verified, reviewed by Amazon Vine members through free trial. And I Googled that and I was like, what is that? And I guess
job, I think, isn't it?
It's not a job, but it's a way to get on a list to get free products. And if you regularly review things and post pictures, it's an invite only situation.
Got you.
Yes. And so because I thought that too, I was like, well, is there a job for product reviews? Because
there is.
Yeah, there is, right? Google sends me things too because I'm in their top 10 reviewers because I write some nice reviews and I post pictures. Yeah, but apparently in Amazon, it's called Amazon Vine. If you are a person that orders through Amazon a lot, like me, because I have no time and I need it to just be at my house.
Yeah. I got something in my cart right now.
And I do Amazon Save and Subscribe because the prices in downtown Chicago are going to be a little bit higher than other places in the country. And when I do Save and Subscribe, I save money on things like toilet paper, paper towel, cleaning products, toothpaste, all that. And so I'm going to start upping my Amazon reviews because I want to try some free stuff. And then what started this is that I've been looking at reviews for steam cleaners because I'm an adult now and I want my house
Stanley Steamer gives your home cleaner.
Please, Stanley.
I don't know if that's true. But
send me a steamer.
There you go. They have some that are like both, like mop and carpet cleaner or something.
Yeah, I want to review those things and I want to use them.
I'm sure Dyson has a nice one.
Dyson?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They have nice things.
I want to research and try that.
I have a Dyson fan. Thought about getting a Dyson hairdryer, but the hair's gone, so no need for that anymore.
You got hair right there.
I don't need a hairdryer.
No. Like sometimes like heat too causes damage, but like if you get a nice one, that will slow that roll.
True. I'm gonna take a second because I need to go get my drink.
Oh yeah, please. So I will be entertaining. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about a martini for a second. Yeah. We're gonna take a martini break. So this martini is with Freezer Kirkland vodka. Thank you, Javel. I usually like gin. For dirty martini though, I only like the spirit and brine because it, if you use vermouth to me, I feel like it cancels out the brininess and I just want savory on savory.
Baby, let me run on that snake of my venom. I don't like dirty martinis. No vodka, no gin.
I've never seen him drink one, so that it has to be true.
I don't like suffering.
I call this thriving. There.
I love that for people, but
I'm so happy right now.
Every time I make one, I'm like, oof. And they just sip it like it tastes good. It does not.
It does. It does. All right. I feel like that was a good what's on the air this week.
For sure.
Are we going to air it out?
You ready?
Air it out.
Are you ready?
Air it out.
You ready?
Air it out.
Oh.
Air it out.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm really letting loose today.
First jobs.
Oh yes, first jobs. Okay, Javel, tell me about your first job.
Okay, so are we talking about legally or illegally?
I want the cliff notes on both, honestly, because I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, so like, okay, technically in high school they let you work at those after school programs. We had some, and they had I don't even know if after school matters is still a thing, but they had after school matters, so you can like join this thing. It could be like video club or like swimming.
What?
And you get paid to go to learn to swim or learn to become a lifeguard. And or learn like do video stuff. So I did that technically, but I also worked at a car wash before I was 16 and used to drive people's cars.
Okay, Walter White.
Make like $100-something a day just drying off cars.
Okay.
And then after that, my first legal job was at Walmart.
No.
Yep. And the birds.
No, you were not. What were you doing?
I was in the stationery department, but I started when back to school was happening, so I had to be in the back to school section with all the pens and pencils and the folders and everything, and all the people with the backpacks and all that stuff. Yeah.
How old were you?
16.
And you were driving?
No, so my mother worked there also, so I would just ride with her. Oh, actually, I would take the bus out there, and then we would just ride home together.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did it for like a year.
A year? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta start somewhere, ladies and gentlemen.
True. Wally World.
I feel like my first, I guess it's not a legal job.
Sorry, guys.
What a great ringtone.
Chewbacca.
I was a babysitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that a lot in the neighborhood. The parents really liked me, and maybe that means the kids liked me, so
there you go.
That was great.
Maybe you were a good influence.
Huh?
Maybe you were a good influence once.
Well, I'm just a big kid in myself. So, like, they love hide and seek. I love hide and seek. So, we'd play hide and seek. We'd watch videos. We'd be dancing. We'd be singing. We'd be building Legos. It was awesome. I had a great time. I was very hands-on babysitter. But then my first legal job was at 15, and my parents signed a document saying that I could do this. And it was at my stepmom worked at Russ's, which was like a diner situation. We had a buffet on Fridays and Saturdays, and no alcohol. It was all the Pepsi products, and it was, you know, like 100 item pages of things. And I had a great time. Like my family would pick me up after work every day. It was like 9:15 because I had to go to school. And about 6 to 8 months in, they closed.
Oh, snap.
And so then I was getting unemployment checks in
At
high
16?
school. Yes. It wasn't much. It was like maybe a couple $100s here and there back in the day when you were, Michigan, I think, has changed now, but it used to be $2.65 an hour for service industry people. And because I was in high school, I had the lowest seniority, and I usually would also take, like, when I was working at Bob Evans, I would take the smoking sections.
Oh my goodness.
It was.
Explains a lot.
It was a doozy. But let's get into yours. I'm dying to hear about these. And I've got my martini ready.
Yeah, we got some stories.
I can't wait.
We started earlier with 7, and now we have 9.
Oh my God! Thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you for writing in.
Really makes
so
my
we're
day.
Gonna write some of them off. Some of them, I mean, it's not. We asked for a little bit of juicy background to the story, but some people didn't have any. But we're still going to talk about yours, okay?
But I still want to hear what your first jobs were.
So, first person said they worked at Jimmy John's when they were 16 and was demoted from sandwich maker because I didn't make sandwich freaky fast.
Get out.
I was sent to rotate chips and sweep. Oh no! Going from a sandwich maker to just putting the chips on the shelf and sweeping the floor.
Oh, baby angel. I bet your sandwiches were so beautiful. I am so sorry. It doesn't matter. Speed. I bet they were wonderful.
I don't know, but when it's a high volume thing, you know, you gotta put them all out there. You gotta make them all fast. You know, Jimmy John's supposed to be freaky fast. Exactly. That's the same as Jimmy John's. So
there's something too about taste the smells. Free smells. There we are. That was one of their slogans. Free smells.
I don't like that.
And you just walk in. Okay, thank you. And
walk right back out.
Yeah.
My coworkers always fought over taking the garbage out. I thought it was stupid. It took them 20 to 30 minutes to take it out. Wow, they can be fast at making sandwiches, but not taking the garbage out.
You know what that means.
I found out after months of working there that people wanted to smoke when they were taking the garbage out. Oh, they're taking smoke breaks while taking the garbage out.
Yes.
Anyway, I quit because I hated it and told my parents I got fired.
Oh
my goodness.
Where are you getting your lunch money now?
True.
It's the only reason why I got a job to begin with was actually I asked my parents, I was like, can I have like $10 for the movies? And they're like, good job. I'm like,
oh no, not $10 for the movie.
Back in the day when that was the thing to do.
This one is juicy.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's juicy. So this person had a job at the children's place in a mall in the suburbs called Woodfield.
Mm-hmm.
They were 12 years old.
I'm sorry.
12 years old.
No.
The mother lied on the application about the age, and then she sent her best friend with the GM. They should have been at home doing homework, but instead they were, you know.
That's like
they said, but Mexicans sure do start them young. I mean, I've seen some young kids working like with their dad, like even doing construction, like when your family's like.
Shout out my friend
Amber.
Amber grew up on a hay farm, and she was working in her, like, you know, pre-10s.
Oh yeah.
That lady is strong. Yes, families will. I don't want to say certain words, get in trouble, but
child labor.
Indeed, there we are. That was the nicest way to put it because I was going to say something else.
Child labor.
Yes. Oh wow, these are great. Good job, people, and I'm so sorry. We all need therapy.
This one I relate to because I also worked at a movie theater. They said I worked at a movie theater behind the concession stands. I started at 15 and worked all the way through high school. I worked at a movie theater. I was not 15. I was 20.
That's okay.
I worked there for like 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You liked it?
I did. It was fun when it was. I worked the last Harry Potter movie premiere.
Oh my goodness.
It was insane. There were so many people. I was working in the concession stand. We couldn't see the other side of the building because that's how many people were in line for concession. I think there was like, I want to say there was 15 registers.
What?
So 15 lines of people lined up all the way back. We had it playing in all 16 theaters. It was insane. It was insane. I was there till I got off around 2 something in the morning. The last showing was at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I watched it that night at 3 a.m. and went home at like 5 a.m. because I had to.
Miss those times back when those type of movies were amped up. I remember that with The Dark Knight too. It came out when I was 18. What?
That's the reason why they don't do the midnight premieres anymore.
Oh, because of the Aurora, Colorado.
Yes, correct.
God, one person can ruin such a good thing.
I think it was more than one, but yeah, for sure.
That was heartbreaking.
It was. Because I think there was a baby in there, right?
I don't know why a baby would be at a midnight premiere, but I don't see it out of the realm of possibilities.
I've seen, yeah. That was the best thing about the movie theater I worked at. After 9 or 8, children weren't allowed. Yes. In any movie over PG, but it wasn't PG-13. Yeah. Or anything that wasn't above, anything that was above PG-13. Children weren't allowed.
So back to when my friends and I when I said, I want $10 for our movie tickets, we would take bags that were literally this big with all our snacks, blankets, drinks, everything. And we would go to one movie, and then we'd stay for a second movie, and then we'd stay for a third movie. And that's
6 hours in a movie is crazy. I've done 2 movies.
At the time, I feel like we are spoiled as millennials. I feel like so much good content came out.
That's true.
It was truly a time of no worries. Everything was a shit storm, and you're just always in the eye of the hurricane. And at the end of the day, even at like 16 something, you just want to be with your friends, have a good time, and just be a kid.
Remember when I used to go to daycare? I remember going to see Mulan in a movie theater and Toy Soldiers. Small soldiers, not toy soldiers.
Moulin Rouge, I think, might be in my top. I
said Mulan, not Moulin Rouge.
Wait, what was it?
Mulan.
Moulin Rouge. Oh, Mulan. Oh, when will my reflection show?
She's been singing all day.
Well, I have to get warmed up. I have recording tonight. It's up there. It's up in this register that I have to warm up by speaking. Because at work I'll be like, what do you want? What is it? Vodka? Lemon lime? Okay.
Can I get a soda vodka? You're welcome. Next up. My first job was working as a consultant that helped people renew visas. A lot of paperwork and watching people get involved with bad situations because they lost all their identity in a foreign country. Since you both travel, never lost your passports, and face the possibility of going to prison overseas, you both are too pretty and have excellent skincare.
I think I know who that is.
You think so?
I think I do.
I think we'll talk about it.
Thank you.
I feel like I know who this
really
is.
Appreciate that.
These are long,
what kind, like that as a first job, what a responsibility. That already made my heart and my brain explode. Yeah. Because I think I would be I'm sweating just thinking about the responsibility. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Someone's identity and getting a visa and helping them stay, and oh my goodness.
That is kudos. First off, you must have a will of steel, whoever you are, but yikes. Interesting, yes. Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
How do you get promoted?
What are you doing now? Insane. Okay, so someone's first job was at a yogurt shop. And it was self-serve, then weigh style. You know, you gotta you gotta weigh it at the end and you pay.
Oh my god, I love those. They're not enough of those places. I think they were like really hot maybe like 10 years ago. Yeah. And now I don't see them ever, but there's one in Boys Town by Yes.
By Hydrate. Yeah.
I would get breakfast there all the time.
Yogurt?
Yes.
For breakfast?
Yes, I eat yogurt regularly with granola and honey for breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm also I'm in a bulking phase at the moment, so that is my breakfast.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said they needed their principal to sign off on their work permit because you had to have good grades in order to keep the job. Which I heard a lot about that. I don't know if I knew the principal had to do it, but I know some places you did have to have a certain like GPA in order to have a job when they were 14. So
what was the job?
It's the yogurt shop.
Oh, the yogurt shop, and you need a principal. Wow.
They're 14. You have to have a work permit to work before you're 16.
That's incredible, honestly. Because if you are slacking in grades, but you have to be constantly scheduled and taking shifts,
if they don't have good grades and they don't get to keep the job.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Actually, that has a
I'm sure they're working like 1 or 2 days a week. I'm sure it wasn't like a 5-day-a-week thing.
Oh, I did that.
At 14?
No, not 14, but at
that's what I'm saying.
17, 18,
yes, that's
16,
okay,
17.
Yeah, you don't need anybody permission at that age. You're
I'm
only legally allowed to work at 16.
I'm confused. I think I'm stalling that the principal has to sign off on this and not the parents. But
it's
then
a work
again,
permit.
It could be. Yes.
So you have to be. You can't work if you're not doing good in school, because then that's affecting your grades. That's affecting your education.
I didn't know there was a legality to it.
Yeah.
And that the school was tied in.
Yeah.
I
didn't know the principal had to do it, but I know that I know you need a work permit to work before you're 16.
I'm actually going to be marinating on that for a minute. Okay, next.
The next one is I was 18 years old and I worked at a Boy Scout camp.
Wow.
But that's all they said. And I feel like there's more to that.
Okay, so then that
Just
person.
When I think about Boy Scout.
So I used to work at. I didn't work, but I used to be a. I used to go to
camp counselor.
Yes, I used to be camp counselor. I was a SIT, which was staff in training. Van Buren Youth Camp, which if you're in Michigan or even if in Chicago and you have kids, an insanely amazing organization. They teach you all sorts of skills. There's all sorts of activities.
It's still around?
It is still around.
Nice.
It is. And it's
Nothing wrong with
actually,
that.
yes. And it's like a beautiful, like 15 cabin, half boys, half girls.
Wait, you have to stay there?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so the summer that I was volunteering a lot, because like when I was camp counselor, I was volunteering. I did Little Bear, which was like 6 to 8 year olds, and that was 3 days. That was really special time because I love. That is a really fun age group. And then you do like the, I would say, depending on the development of the 9-year-old to 11 to 12, and then from 11 to 12 to 13 to 14, and then the leadership from like 14 to like 16, 17. And it was a different experience every time. Like they curated themes for every single week, and there was like skits, and there was singing, dancing, and also you'd be like playing like a big kickball against everybody at the end of the night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then you'd also have like riflery initiatives, which is like all these courses, and it was not like a high this is a locally owned campground, Van Buren Youth Camp.
Interesting.
Look it up. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know a lot of people. I mean, I know people who went to like camp during like day camp, but I don't know anybody who went off to camp.
Ah, well. You know one now.
Yeah. This one's so short. They worked at Nadine's coffee shop and they were 16, but I don't know where Nadine's.
Oh my
coffee
God,
shop is,
that's me.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
my person. That's my friend. I know who you are. I did too. I worked at Nadine's also when I was 16, 17. I went to a job interview at this coffee shop that was around the corner from our high school, and so I feel like baristaing was a weird gateway to bartending.
Okay.
So, and it was a really cool coffee shop that had a lot of fun, innovative drinks, and our guests, like we had people, like we were right by the highway, and so sometimes in the mornings you get your like truck drivers who would get like God, what did we call it? Walking the plank. It was a red eye, but it was a giant coffee with 4 shots of espresso in it, which is insane. Anyway, I was the closer there 4 days. I got the job at the job interview. I was 4 days a week closing.
Fun times.
Yeah, when I was 16,
I mean, I'm sure
17.
a coffee shop not stayed open too late.
No, I was home by like 10:30. And so I would do my...
Kind of late for a coffee shop.
I mean, I was nocturnal, didn't matter. And I had my car at that time.
Was?
Huh?
Was?
Still nocturnal. But they eventually closed. And that was the gateway to my Kalamazoo friends. Dee knows which gateway into the Strut, which is my first bartending job in high school at 18.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right, this next one's kind of long. One of my first jobs was as a security guard at a haunted house. I worked the line where you either go into VIP or into general admission. This haunted house was huge, had a character named Fluffy that wore white mummified robes and ribbons that ripped apart teddy bears and plushes that guests could bring in line for him to destroy. Oh, interesting. He would place the remains of the Fluffy toys on spikes on the fence and make effigies? What is that?
Make what?
EFFIGIES.
I need to see it. Point. Because I'm blind. Effigies. Effigies.
I don't know what that is. We have to Google that.
Doing.
In person, a normal dude and a real nice guy. Another one of the characters at the haunted house acted like with a real live rat. What? That sat on his shoulder the entire time. I love rats, so I thought he was quite adorable and not scary at all. I think I know who this. No, that's not that person. My job responsibilities were make sure people enter the correct line, no knives or any kind of alcohol, pull anyone aside if they were belligerently drunk and kick them out. All of my friends were straight into VIP with the general admission tickets. Kids, aka teens, would bring water bottles that the cafe didn't sell. I would pour these out in front of the terrified faces right into the garbage can and hand them back the empty bottle. Sorry. Anyone with a pocket knife would promptly be polite and hand it to the chief security officer to place in a Ziploc bag with their phone number so they can get it back after the experience of the haunted house, and would just get kicked out for bringing a weapon to a private establishment. And wouldn't get kicked out, sorry. There were many drunk people that came through the line. I was 17, tiny, a young girl in the cold, so I couldn't personally force someone out without providing threats. But when I wanted someone to get out of my lines, they were gone. I would radio the cop on staff, and they would immediately pull these person outside of the haunted house area and into the parking lot. Some of them would provide mercy and would be provided mercy and would give them free water to sober up and not lose out on their ticket and money in particular that night. Others, though, would try and attack characters and get arrested immediately. Holy crap.
Wow, what kind of operation were you dealing with? This is insane. Effigies is like an image or representation.
Okay. I saw the fluffy character literally swing at a dude in full costume yelling, "Get the fuck out," and everyone around pulled the other dude and dragged him straight to the police car in the parking lot. Nice. One night in October, it was freezing cold and had rained all day, and the exit lane for the haunted house was just mud. Only mud, no grip for anyone to walk on. People's shoes were getting destroyed. I saw 4 people fall directly into the mud and roll like pigs in the pen, trying to get back up. I immediately radioed for a safer route of exit for everyone. And they opened back the gates so no one else got hurt. Oh my goodness.
My God. I'm sorry. Effigies is a crude figure used for ridicule or public punishment. But dear God, wow, you had no support. It sounded like that. There's so many possibilities that could happen if people are showing up and they're bringing their water bottles.
My goodness.
That must have been fun.
They said pouring out the water bottles was their favorite part.
That, honestly, I identify with that. I love... Okay,
they worked from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m.
That's insane.
And went to school the next day. And morning choir.
Morning choir? What?
And the playlist was heavy metal, and those songs bring me back to good memories, and free walkthrough of the critically acclaimed haunted house was nice.
That's crazy.
Oh, it must be a well-known haunted house.
Yeah, so it's like a pop-up situation. So it's almost I don't think it falls under like the theater, but I don't know if like the laws or state laws have anything around that kind of situation. It's kind of like whatever says goes. Whatever laws or rules is rules.
No clue.
That's crazy.
I've only been to like 2 haunted houses, I think. Maybe 3.
Wait, you've only been to only 2 or 3 haunted houses?
I think so, if I can remember correctly.
Okay, I'm going to
like,
say
especially
this.
the big ones.
We're going to do this next year.
Oh, no.
We're going to be doing
next
year,
live...
This
year.
Well, we should live stream a haunted house. And I know exactly where we need to go.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
But we were supposed to go last year.
Let us know if you want to see us live stream a haunted house for Halloween.
Yeah, we got the mics.
We got the mics. We're getting little travel mics, and so you might be seeing us out in the wild, talking to people, getting insight. But this is already exceeding all my expectations. Y'all are wonderful.
Right. Next one.
Yes.
Last one. Okay. Number 9. Okay. I say this one for last. I was 16 and I started as a dishwasher at a Vietnamese restaurant. They hired me as a waitress, but then told me I was They then told me that I was the new dishwasher and made me wash all the dishes for 2 months before they let me try to do any waitressing. One time they asked if I could help with a wedding they were having. Of course, and I said of course. The owner, his name was Tiger, picked me up in a Mini Cooper with a whole ass dead pig in the back seat for a pig roast. Then he brought me to him and his wife's apartment because they wanted me to babysit the kids and not help with the wedding. So I babysat 3 kids I had never met, and they also never paid me for it.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Okay, now I know who that is.
Can you imagine?
Wow. Well, I can.
Saying that you are going to help with something and then they didn't even pay you. Like, if you worked the wedding, you expect to get paid, but also now you're babysitting some kids and you still didn't get paid. Like, that's crazy.
So, when I was working at an establishment in Michigan, I was a bartender, and I was asked to pick up more shifts. And then the more shifts that I was asked to pick up were actually nannying shifts for the owner's kid, which is...
What?
It was slightly talked about, but then it was actually it was posted on the schedule. So yeah, that.
It said nanny next to your name on the
yes.
schedule. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So some establishments that are not corporate and they're locally owned, I did do that. And honestly, I had a great time because the baby was wonderful. I loved, and he was 6 months, and he was, just a little chunk. And I had a great time. And I was doing a lot of musical theater too, so like my evenings weren't as open.
Got it.
So I was either like baristing, nannying, bartending, depending on my availability. And it was fun too, because like when I was nannying, he had no idea, and I would just be like practicing my routines, my dance routines and my lines and stuff like that. So he was having a great time. I was having a great time. Honestly, the problem though, it was like what, $7 an hour. She was getting me cheap.
Oh,
cheap.
Wow.
Because when I was a babysitter when I was 13, you bet your bottom I was making at least $10 an hour.
That was a while ago. I was like thinking about the amount, and I was like, wait, that was probably more than what minimum wage was at the time.
Yeah, your homegirl is from 89. I got to experience all the 90s.
True. Oof.
Yes. But I love the 90s.
We love the 90s.
We do. We're here for it.
I was
all
only
right.
there for a couple of the years, but I was there.
You tuned in at the right time.
True.
Right time.
All right.
Right time.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's time.
Astro forecasting.
Bom, bom, bom.
So today
is
the first day of Gemini season.
It is?
Our fellow air sign. Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
I know.
Time is flying.
It is. Wow.
Where has time gone?
I really can't tell you. But it's weird because a lot of things happen, but I can't pull a single thing out specifically. But it's happening everywhere all at once. So also another big transit that's happening this week is Saturn is going to Aries. Saturn is kind of like the grandpa of the zodiac, and so he's like very hardwired lessons, structures, how like you kind of present yourself in the world as far as professional. And so that's going to Aries, and so it's going to be very fiery time, very good time to kind of insert yourself. I would say try to make a path for yourself moving forward, looking at the 6-month plan and the 5-year plan.
Okay.
And it's heavy for you to go with your guts to create your battle plans. And so you got...
reshuffle?
I did shuffle, but I'm just doing a quick
You want to show
little...
people how to shuffle?
I don't really know.
Shuffleboard shuffle?
Okay, so I just did a little... Please hold my martini.
Oh.
I'm not great at shuffling. I can't do the... So I can do this motion, but I can't do the... So I have to... Yeah. Yeah, please. Let's get some more energy in there. Let's see what else is in the air. Let's pull from the galaxy and the world, and maybe there's some signs out there. Tell
me you grew up with a mother that played cards. Oh shit! Tell me you grew up with a mother who played cards and because.
Whoa, that was great. You're not getting fired this week.
I'm gonna cut it.
He's cutting it. Hey, I'm here for
Put
it.
it on top.
Boom, baby. What's on top? Card for
love.
It is the Knight of Cups reverse. All right. So you might want to rethink anything that you want to go into emotionally. maybe come up with a more strategic plan. Maybe the person that you're dealing with isn't upfront with everything. This might be somebody who's spreading their love to other people, somebody who doesn't really have a solid plan, someone who doesn't really think about others, might be selfish in a way. Cups reversed is water, so that's emotions. It's in reverse. They're not giving you their all. They're not being upfront. They're not planning accordingly. They're not taking the other person into consideration. That is the card, yeah. That's for the collective. But what is your Oracle card? And then I'll do
I shuffled already, so please I shuffled, I cut the deck and everything, so. Family, but in reverse.
What does family in reverse mean? While you look it up, I'm going to do a speed card for every sign. All right, Aries.
For sure.
2 swords in reverse. You got a decision to make, and you have the answers that you have, and you're waffling. Taurus, you have 4 pentacles. Oh my goodness. So you have a lot of options coming to you. You're kind of weighing things out, and you're kind of seeing where the cards fall. Gemini, it's your season. Happy birthday, Gemini. And you have the Page of Pentacles upright. And so that means you are planning correctly for the future. You are taking the necessary steps to kind of evaluate where your situation is to where the universe is. And you are making those baby steps towards your goals. It's wonderful. Cancer, you have the 3 of Wands. You looking at all the possibilities, seeing where each road goes. You might be talking to other people about possibilities and kind of dipping into other thoughts, pools, and just evaluating your situation, but you're definitely looking and plotting on your next move. Next you have Cancer. We have a Leo, 9 of Wands. So it seems like there is sort of a defensive mechanism. You're kind of putting your guard up, and you're kind of have your battle plans set, or you're setting them, and you're trying to look at, this is kind of like the plan before the climax, the plan before the final battle, and you are just counting your duckies. And then we have Virgo. Virgo, you have the 2 cups in reverse. I don't like this card. That sucks. 2 cups upright is soulmates card. 2 cups reverse means like you're dealing with somebody. Virgos, that is very much in your energy, and they are not representing themselves fully. Libras, the 6 of Swords are reversed. You're not running away from conflict anymore. You are standing your ground. You are not dealing with the bullshit. You're not you're not running away scared. Let's say that. You are standing your ground, and maybe you just came out of a conflict, but it's over now. So that's nice. We are at Scorpio. Scorpio, Ace of Wands, you're getting some dick. It's my dick card. Getting some good though. Good. Keep on it.
Oh my God.
Keep it going. I'm sorry. That was I just, every time I see that card, I'm just like, yeah. Things are good. Sex life is good. Keep the magic going. I love it. Next, Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius got the Sun card. Everything you start now, everything you touch turns to gold. Definitely follow your happiness. Follow that beautiful bright light in your soul. Keep going. Keep shining. Keep things going. I love it. Sagittarius. I don't know where you're at. Capricorn, you are at the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You were at a stalemate of weighing 2 options. Maybe one option is not serving you right, but there is definitely clear signs that you need to go a certain way, and you need to piss or get off the pot. Next is Aquarius. 2 Wands. You really be looking at your domain and looking at where you want to go next, and plotting for the future, and maybe creating plans. This is a creating plans card. Really just, it's a general observation. What's the word? Lay of the land. You're just, you're checking it out. You're seeing the options. You're seeing the possibilities. Pisces. Pisces is the Star in reverse. Interesting. So what you, maybe it was your happiness or something that you just kind of recently received or isn't what it all was summed up to be, and that kind of is sad. And maybe you're kind of thought it would be like this amazing heavenly place, but now you're kind of plagued by maybe responsibilities that it kind of brings onto you. It wasn't as magical or as what you kind of envisioned. You really were looking for a true paradise, but there might be more questions than answers. So that is my card pull for the week.
Interesting.
Did you pull up
with Aries?
I did start with Aries.
All right, so we have the family in reverse, which is from the movie Hereditary.
We are not family.
In reverse, it means a crowning achievement can bring its own heavy responsibility.
All right, so to me that means blood is not always thicker than water.
We know that.
We do know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
The individual within a unit.
Take this nasty drink.
Oh, thank you. Wow, I was looking for that. Thank you so much. Great. All right, so let's do latest obsessions next.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you have one next?
My latest obsession.
Yes.
I'm trying to. I'm obsessed with my day off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready.
Baby.
I don't
Be
know.
like that now.
I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I don't know if I want to move. Once I clock out tonight, I'm just ready to be 48 hours of not.
Wow, you're getting 48 hours off in a row? Lucky.
I mean, I just did 5 very, very, very intense days. So 48 hours sounds great.
It does.
I gotta do some laundry again. Why is laundry such a thing? Why can't clothes wash themselves?
I'm at this point where I'm like juggling, like when do I need to wash them? Does it have to be after each use? Underwear, obviously. But now I'm looking at pants like,
if they're jeans,
you look
I think
fine.
You're not supposed to wash them that often.
You're not supposed to wash jeans, apparently. Like they did a bacteria, I don't know who did this, if it was Levi or somebody, but somebody did a bacteria research on somebody who washed jeans and then somebody who didn't wash jeans for 10 years. And it was very similar.
Interesting.
And there's something about the fabric. So anybody who knows anything about jeans, I'm very interested. And now I want to invest more in jean products.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I'm just obsessed with my next day off.
Do you have plans besides laundry?
Still haven't seen Sinners, so I want to go see that.
In theaters?
I need a pedicure and a manicure, but
we need to find a person. If you're a person who knows a person, who has a person, who wants to be our person, just hit us up.
Yeah. That's it. I'm beat.
Yeah, I feel you. My latest obsession is adult appliances that I never thought I needed, like this steam vacuum thing that I'm now feel like I need. But like for another example, about a year ago, I bought like a $40 or $50 paper shredder because you get so much mail.
Yeah. I actually hadn't checked my mail in like 3 weeks. I had 3 pieces of mail in there.
What? How?
I don't know.
If I don't check my mail for a month, it is stacked.
I didn't check for 3 weeks. It was 3 pieces of mail in there today. I was like, what is going on? Is somebody redirecting something to the wrong direction or what's going on? Yeah.
And I feel weird about that because like I feel like if it's somebody else's mail, I feel like I'm doing a crime if I destroy it. I usually leave it downstairs, even though I feel like there's at least 2 to 3 people that used to have my unit who hasn't changed their address, which I get their stuff for like their...
Even if you redo it, it still comes. It's so weird.
Yeah. I get a lot of mail. It's really annoying.
Mail still goes to my mother's house, and I've changed my address 3 times since then.
What?
Yeah.
So not everybody's caught on, clearly. But the paper shredder really brings me so much joy. It doesn't make sense. But if you've got like adult appliances that you're like, I wish I knew about this several years ago, send me a link. I want to research it.
I still want a Ninja Creamy. I just don't have anywhere to put it.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Like I loved having a house in Michigan and I had a big Michigan basement where I could just put my tubs of stuff because I also have like 2 tubs of sheet music for back in the day when I was doing like musical theater and stuff like that, and it's stuff that I have emotional attachment to that I can't really let go unless I might look into donating that to like a theater association. So TBD, we'll see, but it's a lot of stuff. We got stuff. Too much stuff.
You're trying to add on to it, so.
I am. But I'm also trying to keep the stuff that I already have nice.
Makes
so
sense.
this is the predicament.
Times is hard.
Times is hard.
All right. I think that's all we got for
Yeah,
today.
that was a quick... No, we have serve it up.
Serve it up.
Yes, serve it up. Serve it up. Serve it up. For this episode, serve it up, you want to talk about cocktails? Like, what's your favorite cocktails? Since...
Not that.
Obviously.
I did. Someone asked me this weekend if they were an alien coming down from space, what cocktail would I make them? And I made them a last word with Monkey 47.
Oh my God. I was making last words at the Steel Light.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes.
I wonder if that was some people from last year, because I made a few of them last year.
No, they did not know.
Oh, okay.
They never know. By the way, it was created in Detroit, Michigan. For the
Nice.
record, yes. Paper Plane was created in Chicago.
Love that.
Yes, so
Those are my 2 favorites.
Yes, truly the 1111 cocktails are some of my absolute favorites. Very easy, very crushable, very easy on the palate. So last word is gin, lime juice, maraschino cherry liqueur, and green chartreuse. Green chartreuse is by far the star. It's actually very hard to allocate it for like restaurants and things like that. And Benny's, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's like $70 for a bottle, maybe 80 now. It was like 50 during the pandemic.
So if you were going to, so if you're at a restaurant and you're looking at a cocktail menu, what are you looking for?
Mezcal or tequila.
Okay.
First, and then if there's, I mean, I drink bourbon too, so that's not that bad. I just stay away from vodka.
Here I am. Usually I do too, but like beggars can't be choosers. It was in your fridge.
Yeah, for friends, not for me.
Yeah. The bar truly, if you have on the heart and burn a hair. But if you have a bar in the house, it's really not for the owner. It's for the guests.
Yeah.
That's how I look at mine.
I'm not drinking here by myself, so everything here, I'm waiting for somebody to come and say, oh yeah, have a drink. Okay.
No, you know who? Finish off the last of my mezcal. Not that I drink mezcal like that. But I got you, homie. Anytime you want to visit, I got mezcal for you.
I'm dead.
You know you are.
What about you? What's your favorite cocktails?
It depends on the time of day and the food experience and the season. And so there's a lot of things to look at. So I like if I'm going to a nice dinner, I like a Vesper. It kind of opens up the palate. It's gin, vodka, Lillet, or we use the Cokie Americano at work. Pretty similar. Not the same, but similar. Big, hearty.
Definitely takes a difference, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think one's more herbaceous, the other one has a little bit more sweetness. But the hearty lemon twist to me is key. And so I feel like that kind of stimulates my palate, and it also keeps it fresh if I were to start the dinner with like oysters or crab or something like that. Or caviar. If you're feeling very bourgeois. Bourgeois. But then... Bougie. But then I like to get a bottle of wine through the experience. And then I like to end my night with a Manhattan. I like Manhattans a lot.
That's how you be all over the place. You literally, your drinks are all over the place and you be all over the place.
Yes, definitely like plot your drinks for the day. That's key to survival.
You know what I like on a nice day?
What?
Champagne.
Champagne.
Bubble me. Give me some bubbles.
Yes. Is it specifically champagne, or do you like Prosecco? Do you like Cava?
I'm more of a champagne person.
Nice.
If I'm doing Cava, it's probably a mimosa or something. Prosecco and Aperol Spritz with no club soda.
You don't like club soda?
Hell no.
Why?
What do I need more bubbles for? I need all the Prosecco, all the Aperol, and that's it.
It's the water that kind of opens everything up, but then keeps it bubbly.
No.
No.
You're
dealing with 2 demons today. Because that, to me, Crazy. He wants it like fire crotch orange. Did I just say that? I did.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the more liquid you add, the Aperol Spritz kind of lightens the color. But otherwise, it's like Aperol color.
Yeah, and so if you do all Prosecco, you just substitute the club soda with more Prosecco. Hello. Give me a drink. Just saying.
I love this. Okay, great. Do you have a cocktail that you hate? I just want to know.
Hate making, hate drinking. What do you mean?
Yeah, both. I want to hear both.
Let's see. I don't really like Manhattan.
My heart just broke. He just really likes
or Sazeracs.
You don't like making Sazeracs?
No, I don't like Manhattan or Sazeracs. I'm not.
Oh, you don't like drinking Sazeracs?
Yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna next time I take you to Kalamazoo, we're gonna have to go to Principal, and they do a smoked Sazerac.
Isn't that where we went last time?
No.
Where was the bar we went to?
In Kalamazoo?
Yeah. That you used to work at.
Oh, that was Principal.
Thank you.
Holy shit! I forgot about that whole experience.
I'm pretty sure you got the drink and I tasted it.
You didn't like it?
I don't like Manhattans.
So you don't like bourbon?
I like bourbon. I don't like Manhattans.
Or Sazeracs, apparently. What bourbon drinks do you like besides the Purple Plain? Because that is 1 part bourbon, 3 part other things.
Stuff. I like an old fashioned.
Oh.
Take that.
That's interesting.
Take that in your
okay, that's.
smoke it.
I'm just for research. Okay, what do you hate making? Because Manhattan's not that hard to make.
Honestly, I don't even think it's that I hate making it. Espresso martini can be a little messy.
Oh.
They just get a little messy sometimes.
The people who want to change people's recipes of espresso martinis, I do have words for you.
Yes. Oh, yeah, also.
Don't do it. Why?
The Baileys and the...
That's
cream.
thick.
Oh,
it's
God.
Heavy.
It's nasty.
It's boozy too.
I don't mind I don't want the alcohol, but
I'm sorry, but like Bailey's alcohol hits different.
True.
It's hot. It's creamy hotness, which makes me question who you are as a person.
It smells nasty.
It is awful. All right, I hate making. Let me think. I hate making variations of margaritas.
I don't know why I knew you were about to say that. You know what I hate? Sorry. I hate making skinny margaritas with Casamigos.
Yep. No. That's where it makes sense. That's the only reason a skinny margarita makes sense, because they have the additives.
Sugar, then...
Yes, and so you don't have to add sugar. It's already in the liquor.
That's what I'm saying, but they say they don't want any sugar. How you can tell me you don't want any sugar and order something with additives in it?
It's the only thing that when you do... Okay, so some people... There is a debate out there about skinnies, because if you ask for skinny, I don't put any sugar.
No, none at all. You're not supposed to.
It is now
apparently
from what I ask of other people, apparently the norm is light sugar, not no sugar. And that blew my mind. I'm like, then you are lying to these people. This is not skinny. Even though your cocktail, okay, so like a vodka soda is like 90 calories, right? And so then you do a cocktail like a margarita, it's probably maybe 200 calories, maybe. All right, I guess it makes sense if you're counting 12 margaritas at the end of the night. Okay, fine. But Casamigos, that should be their marketing platform, is that we make the perfect skinny margarita. Perfect. It's perfect.
It just throws me off.
Otherwise, you're just getting straight, hot, acidic lime juice and tequila.
It's not hot.
It's hot. Like when you don't add sugar to a cocktail, it burns.
I think it depends on the tequila.
Obviously, Casamigos, no. Ocho Plata, which is absolutely perfectly amazing, amazingly grown, amazingly distilled, wonderful facility, wonderful company. If you do just that and lime juice and you shake it, the water is not enough to open it. You need sugar. It's like salt and pepper in cooking. Or you can use, there we are, triple sec is your other key ingredient. Dry curacao. Cointreau to me is king, and I didn't realize that Cointreau, I think, is the first triple sec company out there.
I'm very sure, yeah.
Yeah, so know your balance. It is a thing. But anyway, do you have a As I Remember?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Let me see as I finish this.
I gotta clean that up now.
I will use my sock right here in this moment. Boom. Done. No cleaning necessary. No cleaning. But
As I Remember for you?
Yeah, As I Remember, I really felt nostalgic about the movie theaters, and I really wish that that was more of a thing, or maybe that industry needs to be revamped. But that,
I feel like they had like a little resurgence, but now I think it's back to not a lot of people going to movies anymore.
Yeah, and I can't really put my finger on it. Like, I don't really know why the excitement or maybe it's because of the streaming industry that really kind of took the damper off the excitement of a movie, a Hollywood, a red carpet premiere, something that you had to come see before you go read an article about it online because it was in your feed. There's just not kind of that hype. I feel like TV really took over that hype. Yeah. Where, as I remember, movies used to be spectacular, but now I feel like I pick and choose my movies to where now TV is everything.
Nice.
Like, everything that comes out of HBO is bananas. And I'm here for it, and I'm behind on Last of Us, and I will catch up by the next
still
episode.
behind.
What just popped out?
3 cards, so that's not the truth. More than 3 cards.
Lies, face, grief, fire, reverse. Yeah. That's really interesting.
I can look them all up, because guess what? I've been looking for this in the wrong folder, so that's why I never found it, because it's in my files and not in my Google Drive.
This is already giving me somebody pathological liar vibes. Lies, face, grief. So maybe
do lies first.
Yeah, I do want to do lies first.
I was just gonna impromptu do in order, whatever I can find. Because there's so many. And
This is actually really interesting because I haven't seen any of these cards yet.
Lies in the upright revision mean things are not as they seem. Question authority.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Boom. Face.
Face.
Give me face.
Give me face. Give me key. Give me.
Yeah, face.
Scars are earned. Don't hide them.
Ooh. Interesting. That actually makes me think about Air It Out for next week.
Next up is grief. And I don't know my ABCs because I definitely scrolled the wrong direction.
Oh, it's alphabetical?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Grief, it's okay to let go.
Mm-hmm. Don't carry it. Yeah. Why carry grief? Let it go.
And fire, and the end on fire. Let it all come down. Oh, it's reverse. Dig in, defend your castle from its stony keep.
Mm-hmm. I think that is a perfect way to end this episode.
Stand tall. Stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for coming. Hey, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Please.
Thank you for everybody who also sent us your messages. We love you.
Highly appreciate it. We will try this again because we like it.
We love it. And that freaking olive is full of vodka. Help me. Bye.
I'm dead.